Hey guys, welcome to the first Java tutorial. This week I'm going to be doing exercise 1 from week 2, the inches to centimeters problem. So let's do the description of the problem. So, give an int value indicating a length in inches. Convert from inches to centimeters. Okay, so pretty straightforward. 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. Again, write a Java program called inch to centimeter that prompts the user to enter an int value indicating a length in inches. Convert this length to centimeters and print out the result to the screen. Easy. So the first thing we need to do is, the first thing I always do is I use comments to write pseudocode. So the first thing we're going to be doing is declaring our variables. Declare variables. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to assign them a value. Then we're going to ask the user to enter in the number of inches. So ask user to enter inches. We're then going to calculate how many centimeters there are. So calculate centimeters. And finally, the last thing we have to do is print it out to the screen. Print. Okay. So for this program, we're going to need 3 different variables. The first one being inches, which is what the user enters. The second one is going to be centimeters. Now we don't know what the number of centimeters are because we have to multiply what the user enters by 2.54. So I'm just going to call 2.54 my rate for now. So we know that inches is going to have a value of int because that's what we were told in the brief. So I'm going to say int inches, and then I'm going to say double centimeters, comma rate. Now, I've given inches. Inches are declared as an int, and centimeters and the rate are declared as a double, because centimeters and rate will have a decimal place. Now, rate already does have a decimal place because we're going to assign 2.54 to the variable rate, whereas centimeters is going to be inches multiplied by a double, so an integer multiplied by a double, which will give us a double as an answer. So we already have that assigned. So let's assign the values. Rate equals centimeters. Oh no, what am I doing? Rate equals 2.54. So now we're going to ask the user to enter their inches because we don't know we can't assign any more values. So we're going to ask the user to enter in inches. Now to do this, we're going to need the Java scanner. So in Java, there's loads of different packages which are available for us to use at any time. Because Java is such a big language, there's thousands and thousands of these classes. Now we're not expected to know them all, however they are available on the API. If my computer will work. No. Oh, there we go. So this is the Java API, and in here you can see all the different types of packages. We're looking for the .util package, which is here, and then further down this list should be scanner, which is what we're going to use to read in the information from the user. So here you can see the scanner package, a simple text scanner which can parse primitive types and strings using regular expressions. So in here you can see all the different examples of how to use this type of class, And I mean, like, the API is great because you can just come here if you're having trouble trying to figure something out, and you search in here, you should be able to find some type of answer that'll help you along anyway. So back to our program. Now we have so now we need to use the API. So how do we get the package from the API? Well, we say import java.util.scanner. Imagine it as a database of all these different classes that are available for us to use whenever we want. So now we're just saying, well, we want to use the scanner one, and now we're able to because we're just after linking it to it. So if we ask the user to enter a number of inches, okay, so we're just going to say scanner, and then we're going to give it a name, my input, just call it whatever, equals new scanner, and then I'm going to say system.in. Now what this line basically means is whatever is entered into the keyboard, assign it to this. That's all you need to know. You don't need to make it any more complicated, but when you're using the scanner, just learn off this line. It's not hard, it's only about 5 words. Okay, then what we need to say is system.out.print line and we need to say enter number of inches, and then we need to say, well, inches is equal to whatever they entered. So here we're saying we're going to use a scanner. Then we're saying, okay, well, we need to tell the user what they need to enter, and then here we're going to get the whatever they enter. Okay, so inches equals my input dot next int semicolon. Now this line is pretty important. Well, it's very important, but this part especially. So we're looking for the next. If I was to take out int right here and just run this program as it is, it would look for whatever the next thing that was entered into the keyboard by the user was. Now the problem with that is if the user was to enter, let's say, a 4 and then their finger was to slip and they pressed E by accident and then pressed enter, we would get an error from the program because we're entering in a character with a number, and when we enter those in and we're assigning it to inches, which is already declared as the data type int, we're going to get an error because we can't have characters in numbers mixed with numbers. So right here after next, we're looking for the next integer. Now if we were looking for a double, we'd say the next double, or if we were looking for a float, we'd say float, or boolean, or whatever. But for now we're looking for int. So another common mistake people would make is they might accidentally put this line before they're asking the user to enter the number of inches. So if I save this and compile and run, now you can see that the program started, but it doesn't tell me what to do. It's waiting for me to enter in the number of inches, but it hasn't told me what I have to do. So if I was to press 1 and press enter, it would say enter number of inches afterwards. So it's important that we have our code in the right sequence, because the Java compiler reads the code sequentially, each row after row. So let's just go back here, minimize this. Okay, so now that we have the inches, we now need to calculate the number of centimeters. So what we need to do is we need to say centimeters, meters, equals the rate, which we already declared up here, multiplied by the inches, which is what the user entered. And that's all the maths that we need to do. System.out.print line to print the code. Now in here I could simply put centimeters, and that would just output whatever the value is. So if I was to input 1 inch, it would just output 2.54, but I don't want it to be just as basic as that. So what I'm going to put in is number of inches, or number of centimeters, METRS, and then I'm going to concatenate these two together. Save, compile. Oh, we've got an error. Spelled centimeters wrong where it looks like. Number of centimeters. Okay, so they're all spelled right. If you can spot this error, you're doing well. Doing better than me anyway. Let's run it again so I can see where the error is. Centimeters. Oh, it's dope. Never put a semicolon at the very end. Okay, save. F6. Okay. So enter number of inches. Okay, because this is our first one, I'm just going to press 1. So number of centimeters at that. Okay, let's run it again just to make sure it's working properly. Enter number of inches. Let's say 192. Okay, okay, and that's the right answer. Yeah, I've done maths that quick in my head. Okay, so thanks guys for watching this tutorial. Hope it was helpful. I'll put a link in the description to the next video, and I should be able to put this file somewhere for you. Okay, thanks.